There can be no keener revelation of a society's soul than the way in which it treats its children. These are the insightful words coming from the late Nelson Mandela. Hello there, thanks for joining us on another edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm your host, Theodore Henry. May is Child Month, and in recognition of that, we stand committed to protecting, loving, and appreciating each and every child. They all deserve to be heard, and they also have rights. We have lots in store just for you, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Good day, I'm Lisa Rowe and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, May 1, 2024. The tourism sector is projected to record $4.38 billion in earnings for the financial year 2023-2024, the highest in the country's history. Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett says this represents a notable 9.6% increase from the previous financial year. He outlined this and other achievements while opening the sectoral debate in the House of Representatives on Tuesday. The tourism minister says stopover arrivals for the same period are estimated at 2.96 million and cruise arrivals are expected to reach 1.34 million.
The impact of that has been that several of our communities that were reeling from COVID as a result of this performance are now bustling centers of commerce and activity again and are providing more jobs and more jobs.
Minister Bartlett says the sector is experiencing an unprecedented surge in the first quarter of 2024.
We have already cleared 1.34 million visitors, earning $1.27 billion for Jamaica. And that represents, of course, 788,000 stopovers, or 7.4% increase. Cruise has come back, 554,560 cruisers, representing a 16.1% increase over the corresponding 3 months last year.
Meanwhile, $500 million has been earmarked to build social housing units for tourism workers under the Project Hope program. Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett says that this figure will be matched by hotel investors partnering with the government, and 100 units are projected for construction this year. He was giving a post-review of his sectoral debate presentation at the post-cabinet press briefing earlier today. The units will be for workers in dire need, and the criteria will be similar to the new social housing program.
The worker must have access to the land, of course, whether it's family land or they have a long lease or something on it. They must be in really dire economic straits, either by virtue of their own social situation or by an induced activity like fire, a mega fire that destroys them and leave them and their children without shelter.
On the broader housing initiative for tourism workers, Minister Bartlett says commitment has been confirmed from partners and investors in the industry for the development of 3,000 units over 5 to 10 years.
The new one in Hanover is 500 units they will have for the workers right there in Green Island. And next door to them, an expansion is going to happen for 600 units again for workers in Hanover.
The government has endorsed a 3-year program on the promotion and protection of human rights in Jamaica. This will be done through education advocacy and legal support services. The program was launched by Jamaicans for Justice, JFJ, on Monday, with a funding of 52 million Jamaican dollars from the European Union, EU. Activities include a Speakers Bureau training series targeting 20 youth. This is to strengthen their capacity to represent themselves and advocate on human rights issues. In addition, approximately 40 community interventions and mobile legal clinics will be held across high-risk communities. This will target 10,000 citizens and unattached youth who have experienced rights violations. JFJ will also lead social justice and life skills sessions among 2,500 high-risk primary and secondary school students. Another component is the training of at least 20 informal community leaders as justice advocates, covering social justice and restorative justice practices for improved conciliation and mediation. The program will also facilitate continued advocacy and public education on the constitutional reform process and ensure that recommendations for increased access to justice and improved human rights standards and safeguards are voiced. Minister of Legal and Constitutional Affairs, Marlene Malahou-Fort, has commended the initiative.
One of the biggest concerns that we have spoken about repeatedly within the CRC process is the need for greater public education. And we have seen just how much more difficult the work has been because of the knowledge gap in the society.
Key stakeholders, JFJ and the EU, both agree that the undertaking will undoubtedly contribute to making Jamaica a more rights-based and inclusive society.
We have to educate our youngsters about their responsibilities and their rights, because once you understand the rights that you have a greater appreciation for the rights of others.
The protection and the promotion of human rights is really at the core of the European Union. We do offer a lending hand in a country like Jamaica. We have a specific call for human rights.
At the same function, it was announced that the Constitutional Reform Committee, CRC, has signed off on a list of recommendations that will be submitted to Cabinet soon. Minister of Legal and Constitutional Affairs, Marlene Malahou-Fort, says the document is being prepared for the signature of committee members.
You can be assured that in the same way we have put online all of the minutes, the confirmed minutes of the meetings, the report will go to Cabinet and it will be tabled in the Parliament, and we will have an opportunity as a nation to discuss it in full.
Minister Malahou-Fort says there are many lessons to be learned from the process being undertaken, and it is hoped that this will demonstrate a level of trust in the society and consensus that is required to move the work forward. The Heart NSTA Trust will be launching a digital technical and vocational education and training TVET platform. Managing Director Dr. Tanisha Ingleton made the announcement at a JIS think tank on Monday. Dr. Ingleton says this will modernize the traditional approach to TVET programs and services. The use of digital technologies, she adds, will enhance the accessibility, flexibility, and effectiveness of the offerings.
The digital TVET platform will enable the transformation of lab-based courses into fully online experiences by seamlessly integrating immersive labs with online lessons, thereby bolstering the Trust's investment in Centers of Excellence labs.
This initiative will enable the Trust to develop versatile quality TVET products and services for export, which will enable monetization of its investment. It is anticipated that over 200,000 enrollments will be facilitated on the platform over 3 years. And finally, the Heart NSTA Trust says it has surpassed several of its planned targets for the 2023-2024 financial year. Managing Director Dr. Tanisha Ingleton says there was an increase of over 9,000 enrollments across the different types of programs being offered. There was also an increase of over 1,600 in the number of persons receiving certification.
Our placement target this year was 8,030. The Trust was able to achieve 10,464. That's 10,464 young people placed in viable jobs across Jamaica. This is a notable 30% above target.
Dr. Ingleton says the achievements are attributed to several strategic initiatives by the agency. These include the removal of fees, the implementation of a robust training support services framework, and innovative recruitment strategies. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Lisa Rowe. Thanks for watching.
Children are a blessing to mankind, and as we celebrate them all month long, there are some important things we should strive for to make sure they are protected. We'll share them with you.
This is a very important month in the calendar of the nation, and in particular in the Ministry of Education and Youth. Every policy and every initiative at the ministry is geared towards empowering, guiding, molding, and protecting our children. So we have an opportunity in Child Month to put all the issues related to children in the forefront and to listen to what they're saying and to hear from them what are the possible ways we can reach them and have the true impact that we want to have.
It is incumbent upon us to stand up against injustice, to speak out against abuse, and to shield our children from harm's way. Together, we have the power to create a future where every child can flourish unencumbered by fear or exploitation.
Each child, and I say that again, each child, regardless of background and overall uniqueness, has rights. Rights that must be acknowledged and respected. Jamaica, through the Child Care and Protection Act, seeks to highlight and protect these rights.
The importance of the 211 number cannot be overemphasized. This allows every person at ground zero, whether you are a child, an adult, a concerned person, to report and bring to the attention of authority the persons and the children who are in a dangerous state. Today, as we stand on the portal of another Child Month, let us recommit ourselves to the cause of children's rights. Let us pledge to be vigilant guardians of their innocence, their right to education, to safety, and to a future filled with promise. Let us encourage them to stand up, speak out, and ensure that every child's voice is heard, every child's right is protected, and every child's future is bright.
Children, and we have rights. We have a right to be
protected,
provided for,
and included. Don't beat me up, don't belittle me, and please don't molest me.
I am under 13. I should not be working for a living.
That is child labor. It is illegal.
Stop leaving me alone. I am too young to provide for myself. I need your guidance.
Protect our nation's children. They have rights too. To learn more about children's rights, call or visit the offices of the Child Development Agency.
Not being able to afford all the necessities for school can be quite stressful for both parent and child. Education is the gateway out of poverty, and One High School is helping students who are in need. Come, let's look at how this is being done.
We all progress in small steps. So, before passing judgment on a man, try to walk a mile in his shoes to experience the world from his perspective. Considering the foregoing, the following account highlights an institution using its resources and influence to assist students who have entered its doors. A support system anyone will be grateful for.
First of all, I'd like to say that part of our core values at Christian High School is giving. I'd like to emphasize that. At Christian High School, we have a very robust program through our guidance and counseling department who constantly do needs assessment of our students to ensure that all our students are benefiting from this program. And so we have a wide range of things that we do, from ensuring that students are taken care of where bus fares are concerned, for lunches, uniforms, books, stationaries. We even go as far as assisting students with their CSEC examination payments.
Since my tenure here as guidance counselor over 11 years, we have started what is called our welfare program in the guidance and counseling department. The numbers cannot be counted, to be honest, but we have had a lot of students who have benefited. If I was to count, we would be counting over 500 and going.
From those numbers, here are the few beneficiaries.
They helped me with lunch.
I benefited from the welfare program by receiving financial help and help with purchasing school clothes, shoes, and so on.
I was benefited with financially for getting uniforms and bus fare and to come to school.
Our program also assists with school shoes. We have received donations from past students overseas from time to time. So we get shoes, backpacks, stationery supplies, and those things. So yes, we have assisted students. Sometimes we might see a student coming to school in slippers because they are in need of our shoes, and we have reached out to them. If we don't have it readily on hand in the office, then we collect donations, or from our welfare drive or funds, we can purchase shoes for those children. Over the years, by doing our needs assessment, we realized that children are from varied backgrounds. They're from homes where parents are unemployed, and so the needs are great. So we, as a school, we have decided to launch this welfare program so that we can assist these students to stay in school, because education is very important and children cannot learn if they're hungry, if they're in need. So this is one way of reaching out to them.
My role in the welfare program is to ensure or assist in ensuring that students who need assistance are taken care of in the best way we can.
We are not just there for them as teachers, but we are their mothers, we are their fathers, and we try our best to show them that kind of support. Every opportunity we get through our assembly period, we try to ensure that we have speakers, we have motivational speakers who comes in and demonstrate this kind of love to the students. And we do our part as caregivers, as teachers, as principals.
I feel extremely grateful because this helps all students, everyone that's in need, and some that just need a little bit of assistance. It helps them to be less worried about how they get through their school life.
If their life seems empty, it's likely because they are not feeling loved. Children sometimes do not feel loved at home, and that can affect them in many ways. Now, school is like their second home, and for some, the place where they are shown affection and care. Let's visit one of those schools and see how teachers there are doing more than educate.
Here at Millennium Kids, we love, care and protect our children, and we're always getting involved in their day-to-day lives, in their day-to-day activities. How we do so is that we will not attack them with questions, but try to build a conversation in which we can relate to whatever they are going through. Sometimes they might just come to the office, which is very regular, with various challenges. And when they come, I always provide that support. The teachers do as well. Sometimes they might just need a hug. Sometimes they might just need just to let them feel special. Sometimes it's just to give them extra lunch money or extra lunch or a snack or so forth. Just to let them know that we are here and they can confide in us and they can just come to us for anything at all.
The early childhood students at their age level, they are very playful and they love to touch each other and to do different things. So there are many times when they will have conflicts in the classroom amongst themselves. So what I will do, I will ensure that I listen to each child's problem or concern, and then I will know how to deal with the situation.
For the bigger students, we realized that isolation is one of them. They tend to shy away from speaking to their peers or to persons at home. So us as teachers, we normally identify that situation where we pull closer to them in one, asking them questions, be playful to them, and also have that bond where it is okay for them to come to us as teachers and speak to us. We have students get angrily very easy. So therefore, when we realize that, we would observe them. After observing them, we will ensure that we put things in play. We instill in them to be loving, caring, sharing, and also to be respectful to their peers. Not only their peers, to their teachers. We are very attentive to what they say, what they do, and we listen to them.
We never asked to enter this life. We knew nothing of misery and strife. You brought us here on your own, so please don't leave us alone.
Money are your problem, car are your problem. Hey, whatever the problem is, just let it go, because stress is not a flex. A quick way to let go the stress is to find someone you can share your concerns with. And if you can't do that, then find other ways to release your stress, because stress is not a flex.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness has embarked on a journey to help our youth let go to stress, installing wellness benches in schools across Jamaica, setting them up as safe spaces for communication about mental challenges. If you can't find a seat on the bench, get a hold of this exercise to help you alleviate the stress.
First of all, I want you to think about the worst thing that offends you and upset you and you're uncertain about. Just think about it. And then, after 3, I want to transfer the stress from the brain into the ball, and it has to show on the face. 1, 2, 3.
Sometimes words cannot express how a child views certain issues in society. Many can only express themselves through dance, music, or even dramatization. Here's one child expressing herself through a performance that just might inspire you.
Abigail Carter, and my piece is Woman Abused.
Him love me, him love me not. Him love me, him love me not. Him love me, him love me, him love me. But if him love me, why you might hurt me?
I am trying to tell women that it's not every man that you can go with that would be peaceful, great, and like passionate to you and will take care of you. It's not every man is like that. And I want to spread awareness of domestic violence against women.
Woman looking at the mirror by yourself, no say your eye them black and now them blue. Woman looking at the mirror by yourself, the mama say pellet them in a two.
When children see these things, they're very traumatized by it.
Him choke all ya, him box ya down, him kick ya, tell ya bad word. Woman, you been battered, woman, you been abused. You can't stay at the boat, you're confused. Inna yourself, you make another excuse.
The message is that just love yourself, be confident, don't shy down to the things that you really want to do, because if you do, everyone would think that you're not good enough. You know that you are good enough, but people would think that you're not. But in yourself, you know that you can do it and you can achieve.
Woman looking at the mirror by yourself, the mama shop your mental health. Woman, you're depressed, so much sadness. Woman, you need love. Woman, you need shelter. You need to rise up, your life can be better. You need to rise up, your life can be better.
Performing makes me open up. I used to be a closed book, but now from I performed, I'm a more open book and everybody knows everything about me. I like to dance and I like to read and I like to write as well. In Child's Month, I want people to let the children feel more embraced and more confident about their self and how they look and how they may express.
This is where we close the chapter on today's edition of Jamaica Magazine. Be sure to join us tomorrow at the same time on this same station for all the information you need to know. Until then, visit our website, jis.gov.jm for this and more offerings. On behalf of the entire production team, I'm Theodore Henry, reminding you that children are the future and they deserve to be protected.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.